But I want your meat, big boy. Now take off that armor. Mama gotta eat. It's time for another amazing Monday because Skeleton Knight in Another World is here. Do me a great solid. Leave a like on this video. Share, support, subscribing that bell if you haven't already. And Patreon is where you catch my full live reactions. Also more. You can also hype the video on the YouTube mobile app, which does push it to more people and helps me out greatly. But let's jump into it. See what Ark and friends get into this week. Pass ball, Ark. If you don't know game, pass ball. Why not just physically take the plate away? You're so tall you could do this. So, do we got, like, renter's insurance? Seriously, where are the guards? This would normally be, like, an arrestable offense, would it not? Oh, guys, you don't understand. You're making a very bad mistake here. Yup. Who could have seen that coming? Ooh, oh, shit. You know, I gotta give them props. Every time characters, like, land from an obnoxiously large height, they kind of roll it off, or, like, maybe they're, like, they actually... I mean, it's not the biggest, but, like, still, it's, you can appreciate the damage to it, right? Because, like, they normally don't allow that shit. Honestly, it's Havoc. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. See, the whole time I'm like, man, I'm kind of surprised she hasn't fucking slapped him. That was a borderline punch. Uh-oh. Wait, why isn't he dead? That should have been a death fall for sure. I was expecting some random person, not his own sister. Oh, shit. I mean, I feel bad for everyone without a seatbelt in there. They probably just broke their noggin. Yeah, good luck with that. We're gonna sell your cock off. That's what's gonna happen. I've seen Futurama. They take that shit and they grind it into powder. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You got ramparts like your sister? Yeah, I don't know if ramparts are worth it. If I gotta go deal with that, I gotta be real. This face alone? How could you ever call a show mid? Again, what do I say on this channel time and time again? If you ever see a low 6 to a high 6 on my anime list, the Isekai fantasy show in question is usually pretty fucking great. And what is this show rated? Like a 6.9 something on my anime list. And that's not a bad ranking as a whole, but with how my anime list ranks things, anything below a 7 means to them it's dog shit. The math just never lies. This show is on a roll. Last week we discussed, is it more silly than season 1? I didn't think so. I had a bunch of people say, no, it's not. It is the same amount of silliness as season 1. Yeah. Is it less gory than season 1? That is now the new question. Maybe. To be honest, I don't remember. I think maybe it's less gory because of how it's airing, like where it's airing time slot wise. But even if it's the exact same amount, less gory, I think the type of show it is. Certain shows, yes, I would want to be more gory. An Attack on Titan, potentially a Demon Slayer, Elusive Samurai, you know, stuff like that. Skeleton Knight, as I keep saying, is a show that feels like bad people suffer and good people are rewarded. That is the mantra of this show. So I'm completely fine when Sword Strikes just, they kill people, but you don't see decapitation. This was an episode, again, dealing with human trafficking, elven trafficking, children trafficking. I mean, and yeah, those people get cut down. Maybe it would be more satisfying seeing their heads fly, Eren Yeager style, but at the end of the day, I think they still get across the feel that they need to. You feel like the heroes win. You feel like that's just the mantra of this show to me. Bad people suffer, good people rewarded. And sometimes you just need a show like that. This episode is actually, in my opinion, the best of the three. Very simple, but that was basically my reaction. It was actually kind of a fun story arc. So they start off the episode watching a brother and sister duo. The sister plays music on the ground. The brother climbs the tower. It's their street performance. No idea how the guards aren't arresting them for this, especially after you kind of break the tower at one point. But you know what? In Skeleton Knight, am I just not going to argue with them? But what ends up happening is after the injury, bro needs medical money. So then he gets in debt with these slave traders because, unfortunately, kids got to eat. So he does the same performance and he scouts out who would be a profitable sell. It's fucked up. Not going to say the kid was doing right things, but you know what? Imagine being some kid poverty on the streets. I mean, it's survival of the fittest, right? Unfortunately, they picked the absolute wrong person because she can cut your dick off without even drawing a blade. Very simple, but again, effective story arc. Because this world deals with a lot of slavery stories. Hell, literally last week, again. But I like how they handled it. It was a different kind of... I honestly thought it was going to be a cliffhanger, because with the pacing, I thought it was like, oh, the sister got away because they kidnapped the sister, they moved the slaves. I thought we were going to locate him next week, and it'd be a whole thing. But the thing about it is, yeah, our character's busted. I mean, you tell me, this is a guy who can jump around like Nightcrawler. He's a guy who can just squeeze chains on a gate. Arc is the kind of guy that will get the job done. And yes, sometimes you want proper stakes. In a show like this, people would argue, well, bro's always going to win. Like, what's the stakes? It's just it's a slice of life road trip. That is what this show is to me. It is a slice of life road trip as we enjoy each other's company, and along the way, we absolutely crush the balls of those who deserve it. We don't struggle that much. It's true. But sometimes that's okay. It really is. Like, there's a couple shows airing this season. Like another one, Villager of Level 999 is another example of a show where you don't think the MC's ever going to lose, but it's a fucking road trip to try to bring about peace between two cultures. Sometimes it's okay having a nearly indestructible MC, and maybe something in this season will make Arc suffer. But if that never happens, is that really an issue? No, because to me, it's like a road trip. It's about, if you watch a show like Non Biori, it is a slice of life with very little drama. It is okay that the most drama we truly had was these two, her being drunk and him being like, oh God, save me. Because when she gets drunk, she feisty, she rowdy, and you don't know what's going to happen. Ponce's poor damn fur was singed the next morning because of her explosive outbursts. You could argue, actually, the most explosive thing in this episode was the slave trading. And yes, for other characters it would be. But for Arc and company, they knew they were going to get that shit done. They were not sweating it at all. And that's okay. As I say, though, you don't want every show to look like. If every show was like this, it would get boring fast. It's the same way you don't want every show to be the most bloody gore fest that makes you fucking scared if you like a show like that. There needs to be balance and variety, and that's why having a show like this is so important every so often, because it kind of cleanses the palate. It is really an isekai that hits different. And I kind of compare it to a show like Reincarnated as a Sword. Both of those shows do two very different things, but the dynamics between the central two in both of these series are just so unique. It's so refreshing, and it's just, sometimes it's nice, man. I mean, sometimes people hate fucking Mondays. I don't think you're going to hate Mondays if you're watching Skeleton Knight. At least it's going to give you that little pep in your step, and it's going to keep you going. Because what do you mean they have a fucking turkey that is pure alcohol? I don't know how it works, because usually when you cook alcohol, the alcoholicness is going to go away from it. Not in this. As they advertise, it is to get you drunk as fast as possible. Oh, the missus on your ass? The husband won't let you get a little tipsy after work? Come to the pub and get a chicken that will get you crunked out of your mind from a goddamn drumstick. Is that the stupidest thing? Maybe. But it's funny. Sometimes we just need a little whimsy. Sometimes we need just a little bit of oomph. And I think that's what the show delivers. And I had a great fucking time this week. I thought the story arc was fun. I thought the character bonding was great. And honestly, they did a great job at setting up the siblings at the beginning of the episode. At first, I was like, shit, maybe I got the wrong show. Like, what's going on here? And then why they did what they did and saving them, I was happy with everything. Yeah, is the production the best? No. I mean, the first 5 minutes of this episode, just fucking static shots. But you know what? The art style's fun enough that I can look at a static shot and not be miserable. Because, you know what? A lot of anime do it. It's just what we have to accept if we watch anime. Either way, good episode. I think so far it's been a nice steady climb this season. I'm interested where they'll go from here, but you can let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. What did you think? Do you think this season is less bloody? Because to be honest, it's been too long, I don't remember. But even if it is, are you okay with the lack of gore, or do you have a different opinion? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you also leave a like, subscribe, and of course ring that bell. But Patreon is where you'll catch my full live reactions to also more and other exclusives, because you know I also got to give those video shows too, because my patrons are what make this YouTube channel possible. So today we got Phoenix1, Sandre Jacobson, Greg Webster, Gray, and we also have Peter Del Green. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and you have a good one.